Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Dinosaur and the Dude, the only podcast in the fucking world with the shittiest audio with the most amazing content. Love that you all are listening to us, and we really appreciate it. So sit back and relax as we start this episode. Hey, unless you started this podcast right now. Well, it's the dude, and you're listening to the Dinosaur and the Dude. Uh, but also, when I'm not doing the podcast, I'm trying to put some time in on learning a new language. And I'm now picking up a second language I'm learning, which is kind of crazy to think about and say out loud, but that's what I'm doing. I couldn't do any of this without the help of Pimsleur. Pimsleur is one of the resources that I use in my language learning journey as I try to strive to becoming a polyglot, if that's only being a polyglot in my own mind. But in any case, I highly encourage you to give Pimsleur a go also. Um, it's had a great learning curriculum and means of which is giving you the information and ways of learning that, whether it's through the flashcards or whether it's through the timed, little time speed rounds. Uh, it checks out your enunciation and how you're able to speak the actual language with the proper means of verbalizing it. Sometimes it's kind of hard, especially if that language isn't based on the languages you already speak, i.e., Romanized language versus an Asian language. So, in any case, I encourage you to check it out. You can go to our website, TheDinosaur&TheDude.com, go to our links for affiliates and sponsors, or check out the links at the bottom of each page. You're probably going to see it. It's one for Pimsleur. Click on it, and you will get 7 days free with Pimsleur. I don't know I don't know how else to roll the red carpet out for you. 7 days free. Learning out of the huge selection of languages that they have, whether you're wanting to learn Arabic or you're wanting to learn Spanish or Chinese or Mongolian or whatever. They've got a huge selection of languages, and for 7 days you get to do it for free. Each one of the lessons are 30 minutes each. That's like, what is that? That's like the time you spent right now watching a shitty show. You could be putting that into learning a new language, and they're all audio, so it's not something that you have to break from what you're doing. So if you're walking, riding your bike, doing whatever workout at the gym or whatever like that, put in that time and also learning a language. Hell, that's cool. Do it. Again, go to dinosaurandthedude.com, click on the Pimsleur link, get a week for free just because we love you. So there you go. Have fun. Learn a new language. Freak some people out by speaking something or knowing what people are saying around you. Shit, that's why I do it. And enjoy. Now, back to the rest of the episode because I'm sure we've got some more amazing stuff to talk about that you're just dying to hear, right? Of course.
Yeah, apparently we've got a ball buster of an episode right now, so
Okay.
I'm listening in.
Dun, dun, dun. We're live.
Yes,
Hey,
there we are.
everybody. Welcome to another episode of Dinosaur and the Dude.
Yes.
If you missed the intro, don't know how
Ooh,
you did that. Don't know how you did that. Maybe you were
go back.
flushing
Just
the
rewind
toilet.
it. It's worth a listen,
I
especially if he
mean,
puts the part in there where I'm actually struggling through the shitty audio part.
no, 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 no,
You
no.
really
See,
should.
I'm always nice enough to edit that stuff out
No, you're
because,
feel free. We all know
really?
this. I
Okay.
mean,
All right.
yeah,
Well,
just be
uh,
shameless. Come on.
okay. All right. Well, other than that,
All right.
it's the only podcast in the entire fucking world that has the shittiest audio, but the most amazing content.
Hmm.
And we're gonna double down on the content tonight. I mean, we always do, but
Yeah.
we're gonna try and do more content than shitty audio tonight. That's what I'll say.
I mean, we didn't really have the further that we're going, the better
No,
our
we say that,
uh,
but just
fucking
last
hell, I'm
month,
not moving, okay? And well, I
that
had to
boomerang came back.
wrench my fucking monitor
Uh,
things up
well,
there. I was like pulling tools out of my desk, and I'm like, fucking lesbian. Jesus.
only you could say that. I
Yeah, I
really can't
know.
say that.
That's great.
But I mean, in case you missed it, she's the dinosaur, and
That's me.
I'm the dude, and that you're like, hey, why is it the dinosaur the dude? Well, she's the fucking dinosaur, and I'm the
That's
fucking
me.
dude. That's how it works. Okay, everyone, before we get started into this episode, uh, whatever we might be talking about might be triggering. So here's the warning. Just be mindful of what we are saying is definitely something that we're not trying to trigger you on, but just some of the topics might be a little iffy in regards to,
Sensitive,
yeah, exactly. That's the word I was trying to say.
fragile, delicate.
Yeah, and we're not saying that you are. It's just that some of the content might
No,
trigger somebody in a certain
it's
way.
offensive.
We
We
do
get it.
talk about different things that happen to people that could be assaults or somebody could be killed or
We do
changed
try to give
or
trigger warnings, though, so I'll give you
yeah,
the quick disclaimer.
yeah. So
Um,
here's the yeah. So yeah, you all listen to her. The dinosaur is going to go over the disclaimer because I can't because I don't give a fuck. She cares way more. She cares way more than I do, even though she'll say the opposite. So you all
that's
just
true.
listen to the disclaimer. It's here for your benefit. Here's the dinosaur. Also, everything that we're saying in our episodes, unless we state otherwise, is all for entertainment. And there's no there's nothing that we're giving away as advice or of a matter of fact that you should go out in the world and do your own thing. We're basically saying we're not responsible for whatever fuck ups you experience after listening to us and trying to do whatever the fuck we're talking about. That's on you. Okay. All right. Now she'll finish out the rest of the disclaimer.
Um, we don't know shit, and we don't try to say that we know shit. We like the internet, and it likes us, so we play together sometimes. But don't take anything that we say to heart. Don't take it as the gospel. Don't take it as an expert of any kind because we don't know shit. We just like to hang out and with y'all and talk about goofy shit or funny shit or scary shit or real shit or whatever shit. And
It's just all shit. Yeah.
it's all shit with the audio shit, you know? So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's pretty much
Yeah.
that's our moniker.
Okay. Yeah.
So, if we know that we're going to offend you, so we get that. At some point, we will offend somebody, and if we do, we're sorry. Find another podcast. Not that
Mm-hmm.
we don't want you here. It's just that if we're going to be in the habit of offending you, then we don't want to hurt your feelings. So, um,
Yeah.
but if you're not 18, please don't listen to this.
Mm.
And I think that that might be it. Mhm.
So I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and blitz right through it. I know we can do this at the
Go
beginning of
on.
every
Yeah.
episode, but I'm just gonna go ahead and and whip it out and wag it about and get through it all. They're alive, and
Okay.
I
The
mean, we're
elders are
all
doing
alive.
well.
We're all alive. There you go. We're all
Okay.
alive.
All right.
Sanity is a matter of perspective. So, you know,
I know.
there's
But
that.
also realize that at some point, possibly soon, you know, I mean, he could go. So does that
Yeah.
make sense? I'm not trying to be an asshole. I swear to you, I would never
Oh
do that
no, I get it, but I was just like, I was trying to make that connection. I was like, I mean, yeah.
because it's about you and your sanity, yes, but it's also about his existence, you know. And there's
Well,
some
I mean,
dignity in that.
yeah, but honestly,
Oh, I love me.
I think for me, it's like with him, I don't really gauge any of that because it's a consistent thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like if there was some recovery and oh
Like him being
he,
lucid.
he's gained everything that he's lost. that would be some kind of whoa, what the fuck's happening? This is against all the odds and all manner of
Right. Well,
medicine.
and but
And,
regardless, even if he didn't have it, he's getting to the age where it could happen any minute.
right, but more so, my mom is the one that's like, okay, you're in you're so deep in decline. I mean, in denial of your decline. It's just like, all right. I mean,
Sure.
at this particular point, I'm saying, okay, I've told her already. It's like, okay, I'll just be around. I'll just be around to pick you up off the floor because that's
Right.
where you're going because all
You're
manner
either
of
going to the floor or you're going to a nursing home.
well, it's just like all manner of discussing and giving her as much heads up as possible is just it's pretty much like strapping a note to the leg of a squirrel and telling
Oh.
it to go deliver it. Like if I was to strap a note to the leg of a squirrel and said, "Hey,
Run, buddy.
go take this to the dinosaur," that's how much faith I have in it getting to
Fair.
you because she's that person that will OD.
OD?
Yeah.
On what?
Uh,
Never mind. We don't have to talk
no,
about
no, no,
this.
no. It's I don't know, maybe it's kind of relevant to somebody. I don't know, but typically when people hear about somebody overdosing, they think of it as in the way of hard drugs. But a lot of times when people are really, really in bad shape and they OD, or you hear about them ODing, and some of the celebrities that have OD'd, it's been on generic shit. And it's the combination of this, is the combination of that, or I need to take some more of this because I didn't yesterday.
Oh, sure. Yeah, she's gonna. It's a combination of ODing and poisoning
That kind
themselves.
of shit is ODing, you're overdosing.
Sure.
It's not she's ODing because she's also doing heroin on the side or meth on the side. It's not any of that. You can OD on vitamin C. You can OD on aspirin. Uh, ODing is strictly by definition you're taking more than what you should be, and you're
Hmm.
probably doing it on a consistent basis to where it is now doing more detriment than good. And
Right, but your
sometimes
body
that
needs it at this point.
yeah, and sometimes that detriment is at a level of lethality. She is the person that doesn't take her meds on a regular basis. Supposed to have them at 9. She remembers to do them at 2. And so she'll do them and then try and take them at 9 the next day. And I'm the one chasing behind her, like, don't, no, you can't just,
Yeah, don't double up just because you
you're,
missed
you,
one.
it's like if you take
Good
them at 2,
Lord.
it's like if you're supposed to take it at 9, it should be in your system by then. But now you're taking it at 2. So the time period from 9 to 9 is thrown off now. You can't do your 9 and move it to 2 and then try and pick it up again is starting
Right.
at 9 again. That's how
I
because
mean, if it's supposed to be at noon, I mean, it doesn't have to be dead nuts on. Like the
right.
clock rings and you take,
No,
you
yeah,
take
and that,
15 minutes of that. But
yeah, per the example, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's not 9:15 compared to 9. I don't get, that's not alarming. But if you're doing something that you're supposed to be doing at 9 a.m. and you decide to take it at 2 p.m. and then think is 9 a.m. tomorrow is a good, let me just start it all over at 9 a.m. again. Well, you got overlap now, and you're in a window now where if these drugs last from 9 a.m. to 9 a.m., you got some in you now that's going from 2 p.m. to 2 p.m.
right.
And that's that window right there is where it's like, oh, I feel so bad. I feel, yeah, because you ignore all alarms. You like for people, it was like, oh, just set up alarms for her. Yeah, that I've done all that. She ignores them, turns them off, or deletes them because she gets annoyed by them, even though
Mm.
they are there to remind her to take her meds at the time. So that's what I mean by like with my dad is like I that's a that's a consistent thing. That's like okay. I mean, yeah, he's 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 not going to be making any kind of remarkable recovery. No, I'm
Right.
not. I'm not delusional enough to think that's something that's going to occur.
You're like, give it time. Give it time.
Right, right, right.
Maybe one
Once,
day.
yeah, it's gonna all it's slowly building and slowly repairing all the cells that have just been decimated. Yeah, no. Uh, but she always ODs. She always switches up. Like she'll, take this for 3 months. She will only take it for a month and then want to get something switched out, and then probably only take that a month or 2 months and then get it switched out. She never goes through the entire 3 month period that she's supposed to be on something. So it's stuff like that where it's like you can't you can't expect yourself to get any benefit from what you're putting yourself through if you're not seeing yourself through it. If you're supposed to be doing this for 3 months and you're like fuck it at 1 or 2, then you're not going to see the results. I mean, you can't really get mad at the medication if you're not really using it the way you're supposed to. It's like you're looking for something to blame, but you're not looking at yourself. You're the one that's putting it in your mouth or not.
Sure.
It's not doing it for you.
Right.
So it's that kind of stuff where it's just like, I mean, he's in his shape, but he's all of his shit. I'm giving it to him. You know what I'm saying? All of his meds, he's getting given. He's given those meds. The decline is
Right.
the decline is the decline. It's not really anything that's
Right.
gonna.
Right. It's I mean, there's literally no running out of it right now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. All
happening,
the meds are
you
doing is,
know?
yeah. All the meds are doing is just being acting like a parachute, slowing the
I
speed of
hope
it.
that they're keeping him comfortable.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've been monitoring as much as I can of them and taking them off some that don't uh really play a role, and then making sure that he's on the ones that uh he really needs to be on. So it's that kind of scenario where it's like, okay, I'll just herd chickens and herd cats. Which one's a chicken and which one's a cat? Leave it up to everybody else's imagination. But the point is, it's hard herding these two beasts.
Right.
How about you? Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Great.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing super good.
So good. So good.
So good.
So
Yeah, I mean,
good.
comparatively,
Yeah.
I'm doing great. My steroids are working. I'm
Awesome.
still
Yes,
eating
there was.
healthy and taking care of myself. And
That's what's
tonight
up.
I had probably, I don't even know, I had a lot of Brussels sprouts. So I have
Uh,
no idea what's going to happen to my stomach,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's just going to be like a dredge kind of thing and it just takes everything with it, you know? So,
Visualizing the dredge.
and before I got on here, I was thinking about in my unicorn pajamas, by the way,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, which are so awesome. They're like leggings, but they're so soft. Um, I was thinking of tactical home design,
Okay. Okay.
like back in the day, right? Medieval castles.
Okay. Yeah. So you're thinking of a moat,
I mean, that would be
or,
cool.
or just a high pressure sprinkler system that shoots outward? I'm trying to
Fair.
get in your
But it's
mind of
poison. It's
tactical.
not water.
I'm trying
Okay.
to think of your
It's
get in your
poison. It's
mind.
literally poison.
Yeah. What did you call it again? Tactical what?
Home design.
Okay. That's wonderful.
So
That's like.
like barred doors,
Hmm.
not barn doors. That was like
Hmm. No.
last century.
Tactical
This
home
century,
design.
it's barred doors with
Yeah.
like a decorative hardwood veneer on top of it
It's like
that
the.
latches
Hmm.
so that
It's like
you could use just the so like you would shut the door,
yeah.
you would bar it with these big
Hmm.
fucking massive, probably,
Right.
I don't know, I'd probably go 4 inches.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck it. Just get a sequoia. Just get a sequoia branch. Yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah, or
Get some big
that.
shit. Hmm.
I want like metal fucking, you ram it through the hole. That's what she said.
Yeah.
And sorry, God
Rivets.
blessed. I'm in 7th grade. Did you know that? I'm a
No,
7th
no,
grade
no. Go
boy.
ahead. I'm with you now. I'm with you now. Yeah. We're gonna.
So
Hmm.
And then you're gonna bar the door so nobody can get in, so it's
Yeah.
super safe.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, they have a better chance of coming through the fucking drywall. If we're being honest,
Okay.
I would try that than I
Okay.
would literally just
No, you got to
tunnel
metal
through
reinforce.
friggin'
Yeah, metal reinforce your walls so they can't.
yeah, and then there's a slide of a
Hmm.
hardwood decorative
Oh,
a door. So, like, you
that's
don't
the
have to use
design
the
part.
vault if you don't want to, but
Yeah.
yeah, you can just use either one or both or not both.
Oh, and the bushes outside shoots poison darts or something.
It's lasers.
Oh, that's
But
a lot of
yes,
upkeep. That's a lot of upkeep and power for lasers.
no. Well, that's
Or are
true.
you meaning laser sighted
Oh, fuck, I don't know.
for precision's sake? Because you don't want poison darts flying and hitting the kid that's riding on a skateboard, but you do want it shooting.
Motherfucker better get out of my space then, huh? How
Yeah,
about that?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess it is equal opportunity.
I mean, look, if you're that close to the house, um, you are clearly lost.
Yeah, tactical home design. Wow, I like that.
I
I'd
think it's
watch
got
that show. I'd watch that show.
I know. I really need to try to design
Ooh,
a
ooh, that's it. Tactical home design and other butchcraft. That's a whole show.
okay, tactical home design
And
and
other butchcraft.
mm,
That way you can cover home design, but you can also cover prepper shit in your butchcrafting with
oh,
tools.
yes. I like it.
I like it too.
You know what I think we should do? And this is just me shooting straight from the hip because
Okay.
I'm a pretty straight shooter.
From the hip, yeah.
I think that you and I
Uh-huh.
we need to sign up for
Oh, I thought
a
you were gonna say we should do
we need
a
to sign
podcast.
up for a tactical convention
Oh
that's
shit.
happening maybe, I
Yeah.
don't know, halfway between us somewhere,
Right.
right?
Okay.
Or we
Okay.
just we get you get here or I get there,
Yeah.
and we go and we set up and we have a booth at a tactical
Oh, we
convention.
have a booth. Okay,
Yeah,
because I
and
was just thinking,
we're the dinosaur and the dude, right? I mean, we're just out here learning. So if
yeah,
you could just
and
tell us
people,
something that you think is important
right.
or that you wanna share,
Yeah.
then
Then we're
I mean, we
there.
can write it off.
And then people come up to us like, hey, so y'all have anything? No, we don't have anything to sell. But you're
Nope,
at the
nothing to sell.
convention. I know.
Wait,
I
I brought
know.
some of my stuff. Hold on.
That that guy over there looks like
I make necklaces.
he does guns. We got a couple of necklaces. She's right. But really we wanted to get some tidbits from you. Um, tell us what you do. Well, I skin coyotes and make custom Crocs out of them. What the fuck? Sit down, sir.
Right. Like,
We want to
Davy
know so
Crockett,
much
you've
about,
had your day. Okay,
yeah,
bye-bye.
we want to know so much how you woke up one day with that idea.
Right. Good
Jesus,
thought, good thought. Keep that, keep massaging it.
furry Crocs.
Need some help.
Now watch somebody's gonna start having furry Crocs, but not give us credit, fuckers.
That's okay. You can do a lot with Crocs. I mean, I think pretty much anything goes at this point,
I don't care
truly.
for them. I've never worn them, and I
Oh,
don't care
no,
for them.
I've never worn them. I've never worn
Yeah,
them, and
yeah.
it's not me, and that's
Mhm.
totally fine, but some people can fucking rock it, you know?
I just, I just like you've mentioned about me before. I just don't like wearing something I can't do shit in. I can't, shit goes down. I'm ready. I don't want to be like, oh, let me
Right.
switch. Let me get out my slides. No, you're just
Are you in
no,
your tennis shoes all day long?
no, I'm typically barefoot all day.
You would go barefoot, yes.
I'm typically barefoot
I'm
all
so
day.
tender-footed, I can't do barefoot.
No socks, no nothing.
Oh,
Outside,
no.
inside, all barefoot.
Oh, no.
When I train, I'm
Mm-mm.
all barefoot. And so putting on shoes is
That's 'cause you're, like,
pi-
throwing elbows and chunking people across the room
yeah,
and stuff, like, I seen you do it.
yeah, pretty much the only time I'm putting on shoes is when I'm going somewhere.
Where do you consider somewhere? Mailbox?
No, I'm barefoot there.
Really?
No, if I gotta drive somewhere, I got shoes on.
Okay.
Yeah. If I gotta go,
I suggest
Mhm.
that you do not ever walk on my sidewalk because if you're on my sidewalk, you're in my property.
Right, right. And we already talked about the bushes shooting darts.
And the grass will come and get your ass.
Yeah, I mean, I've walked, I think like to a neighbor's or something like that barefoot. I'll do that, but if I gotta go, uh, you know, drive somewhere, or if I'm walking miles or something, I'm putting shoes on.
Okay.
Other than that, I try not to.
Would you ever do a barefooted hike?
Mm, I've
I would be more concerned about like
no,
people's gross shit out there.
no, I wouldn't, but I have thought about using those they're not barefoot shoes, but they're more those
Are they sneakers,
no,
socks, or shoes?
the shoes that are more towards uh I think at one point there was a brand called Real Soul or something like that, where they look
I've
like,
got
well,
Vivo barefoot,
those are ones too.
barefoot.
Yeah, those are supposed to be good too. But yeah, they look like feet and toes and whatnot, but
Yeah,
they're shoes.
barefoot.
I thought about getting some of those at one point, but I just I didn't know if I wanted to be that committed to the cause.
Yeah, you're gonna have to take some time to adjust to that one.
Yeah, you gotta get adjusted to those too, but they're supposed to help with a lot of things, and I don't know. If we had a sponsor though, I
Ooh,
would give it a shot.
that I like.
So
That's nice.
there.
Hey guys, this is the dinosaur from the Dinosaur and the Dude, and I want to talk about your headspace. And I also want to talk about headspace. We live in a very trying time, and stress can get the best of us sometimes. And sometimes we just need somebody to talk to, and that's totally fine. Just go ahead and go over to our website, TheDinosaur&TheDude.com. Click on links and sponsors and look for Headspace. There's a link there. You can click it and get 7 days free. Um, you have to be right with your mind. Okay, you got to talk about stuff. You got to get it out. You got to process it. There's way too much information coming into our brains these days than there is going out. So you need to find a therapist and just barf it all out, and you'll feel better. Can't believe I just said that. So you can go to our website at thedinosaurandthedude.com and click on links and sponsors, then go down and check out Headspace. They're showing that they're proven to reduce stress by 14% in just 10 minutes. Imagine what you can do with 30 minutes. You would be so chill, you would be thanking us. And I really think that you should try it and let us know how it goes. So yeah, go find a therapist and barf all over them verbally. Another thing that Headspace is going to do for you is give you 7 days free of therapy. So go and check them out and get your 7 days for free. That is faux free.
But hey, beyond sponsors, um, which again, if you guys want to check out any of that stuff, feel
Go
free.
on.
Go to the
I dare
dinosaur and
you.
the dude.com, check it out. But you mentioned, and I don't know if you want to talk about
Go on.
this. Did you want because I texted you a couple of things.
Oh yeah, one of them I was
I
deep
know
in
you,
it.
one of them you
I
what?
was I was deep in something else. I didn't even go back and look at
Yeah,
it. I'm so
because
sorry.
oh, okay. Well, last episode you mentioned one of the things not to get you
Is
started
it the
on, and I didn't
funny
know.
video of the day?
No,
What is that one? Okay,
no.
don't know.
It was the one. It was the one when I was talking about light speed going to
Yes, yes, yes,
planets. We
yes,
should
yes.
stick
Prophecy.
to the. We should no. We should stick to the solar system just being Earth and the moon. And you say, hey, don't even get me started on. I want to say it at this point, but
Oh,
I don't know
right,
if you
right,
want to
right.
talk about
Oh,
it.
that we didn't get to the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I see points on both sides. So,
Yeah.
do I think that we have?
Hmm.
Maybe.
You were so like, don't even get me started on the lunar landing, and now it's like
I mean,
maybe.
It's kind of far out there, but if you really study it,
You mean the actual attempt to landing or the moon in general?
no, the moon is definitely real. But
Well, no, no, no. I mean, when you're saying far out there, the moon is definitely far out there
yeah,
too.
it's probably beyond the firmament.
Yeah.
I
So
guess, I don't know.
here's the funny, right? Nice, nice, nice injection of firmament. Again, another episode of firmament injection. I think though, for me, the one thing that is kind of like about the whole thing is there are some moments where there's room. There's always room for
Is this where you
conspiracy
were doing
theory.
map or math?
No, well, no, that's when I was talking about light
Oh,
speed.
fucking hell. Yeah.
Yeah, which I sent that video to you to give you a visual demonstration of what I'm talking about. How we'd have to travel that fast for 135 years. Not possible. Stop. Um, I think it's one of those things where people find the room for conspiracies and the ability to squint and or raise eyebrows at the lunar landing by way of the audio.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of room that people can walk through the doorways of conspiracy when you have an agency or you have people that you're hoping will give you all this information and make it as plain as possible and not have any kind of weirdness about it. But unfortunately, a lot of that exists, and then you're stuck with these weird recordings that people have now found over the years, and the claims of it being something on the other side of the moon. Again, with the like, the we can't because there's aliens, and then also people talking
Think there's
about
structures on the other side of the moon.
yeah, the structures and why are these there? Why aren't we talking about it? It's a lot of those things where it then becomes a oh, and then of course the blank time, not just the blank time in the recordings, and not just the weird filming and how people bounce weird, but the blank time. I mean, in regards to full throttle, everybody go 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 to the moon, go 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 to the moon, and then boop, we don't go to the moon again. And the big question is why, and nobody wants to answer that question.
I
So
I don't
there's a
I don't
lot
know
of that.
why. I mean, there's so many reasons why. So
Right.
many levels.
Well, yeah, I think that's you just said it. That's exactly it. There's so no one knows why, and there's so many reasons why.
Yeah.
It's like no one knows the you're hoping that the organization or the officials or the people that are achieving this will fill the rest of us in. They'll come back and say, "Hey, I am a great explorer." Yes, we all agree you're a great explorer. Tell us all the things you've seen. Well, I saw this, and here's a sample of the rocks here, and here's some dirt, and here's what it sounds like, and here's what it looks like. And everybody's like, we totally believe and have um, no assumption of anything you're saying other than the
Mhm.
truth. But unfortunately, we can't always do that. And a lot of times when that happens, that's where the only thing that's left standing is conspiracy
Right.
and guesswork. And, it's like, why didn't we go back to the moon? Well, funding. And then you're like, well, no, we got a shitload of funding. Why didn't we go back to the moon? Well, the interest level and the moon and then finding, no, people want to go back to the moon. Everybody's highly interested. Well, after the space shuttle, yeah, as a matter of fact, why did the space shuttle shut down? Well, funding. Nope. Now we're back to funding. And so it's that kind of thing. I just find it interesting that a lot of that kind of spawns from the big question mark over the lunar landing.
Right. They say there are some people that think that that's why Kennedy was assassinated.
Mm, yeah, that's
Mm.
that's one of the many reasons, likely. Um, But
I'm sure it was a
again,
complete
that
shitstorm.
yeah, again, that's another perfect example of the people you hope would tell you things aren't. I mean, the documents are still sealed. So you would hope that they would tell you things, but they don't. And so the only thing that's left standing to fill in that gap is conspiracies.
Hmm.
I mean, because you have nothing definitively to tell you that's
Not
false, that's
officially, at
wrong, that's
least,
false.
right? Officially.
Yeah, yeah, that's false, that's wrong, that's false. Here's the truth, here's what happened. Here's everything laid out. And you look at those things that they're saying is true laid out and it all makes sense. And there's no hiccups. It all makes sense. You take it to somebody else that has no understanding of anything else. Hey, look at this. Yep. And they say, yeah, that all makes sense. So then you'll be able to say, okay, this has got to be true. You can't do that. You can't do that with Kennedy. You can't do that with the moon. You can't do that with fucking. You can't do that with a lot of people during that time period. You can't do that with Malcolm X. You can't do that with Martin Luther King Jr. Whole thing with Nixon. You can't do that. Fuck it, Clinton. You can't do that. Um, fucking arm. It's a lot of stuff.
Right.
I think that now though, now it's harder to do, but yet it's easier to do. It's harder to do because we got a lot of eyes, you got a lot of CCTV and stuff like that. It's harder for people to get away with shit. But then again, it's very easy to get away with shit
Hmm.
now because all you need is mass information to be skewed a certain way. And then next thing you know, people are going to believe it because everyone is conditioned to get information fed to them instead of seeking out sources themselves.
Right.
When you had to go to the library, you had to seek out that
Right.
source.
It didn't come to
If
you
you just pull
unless
it,
you had a
yeah,
color encyclopedia, and it was a pretty primitive issue.
yeah, it's like you had to search that shit up. And then if you didn't have it at that library, you had to go to a fucking university library or a more or if you got a community college in your neighborhood, you go to the state library to search and search and search and talk to these people and talk to those people. But now you get your phone and say, uh,
Hey Siri.
what does what does prolapse asshole look like? And then boom, you got
Oh my
pictures.
God. Please tell me that you've not done that.
No, I'm just saying, anything that comes to mind, you got
Well,
boom,
yeah, you're right, but wow,
you
don't go
got
there.
it. I mean, what's the lunar landing look like? You got 50 videos pop up, and half of them look different than the others.
Fair, fair.
It's like, okay, I got all this information, but which one of those is right? So it's like it's easier to get information, but it's just as easy to fuck it about and make it more confusing. But I just didn't know uh, what uh, what uh, what tables you were going to flip with the lunar landing.
No, I was listening to mm, fucking hell, I don't even remember his name, but it was this dude,
Hmm.
and
That works.
and that's how you were born.
Yeah, right. He had a name, but fuck it, I can't
It was
remember.
a
He's
book. It
just
was
the
an
dude.
audio
All right,
book that I
cool.
was reading, something about the moon, and
Okay,
it got off into something.
okay. Well, what you get off on? I don't care who it was done by.
Oh, I don't. Uh,
You'll remember it later.
and it's there's a lot. I mean, it's where to start.
So
Um,
good pick.
what's that?
So yeah, good pick.
Yeah. Um, and it has to do with social science and how women versus men see threats,
Yeah.
visually or audibly. Fucking hell, notice threats or are aware of threats, right?
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
like for instance, in this study, they tracked eye movement to see exactly where the person was looking.
Right.
And then they put it on a map. It's a it's a stairway that's going up, right? So it's got two stairs.
Right.
One side is for going up and one side's for going down, but they're concrete. It's like in a wooded
Right.
area and it's kind of dark. So it's kind of ominous. Um, but I mean, fuck, if you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah.
So what do women
Yeah.
look out
Limited
for
lighting.
versus what do men look out for? And
Right.
it seems as if men look more directly ahead of them onto the target because they know that's where they're going and they're going to get there.
Hmm.
But women
Yeah.
consider a lot more possibilities. So we're
Hmm.
looking all over.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a very interesting. It was interesting, but not surprising, if that
Fair.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's true.
And they had I just pulled it up so we can get some numbers.
And Laura and I were talking
But
about it because I was like, you got to hear about this. And she
yeah,
was saying,
it
that when we were in New Orleans, she went to go get some food. I wasn't feeling good, so I stayed at the place. And she
yeah.
walked. I thought she was gonna take the car, but she walked,
Uh-huh.
and it was at night,
Uh-huh.
and it was down in the
Yeah.
historical district, and, oh my god,
Right.
she's sensitive already
Hmm.
to feelings and presences, but
Hmm.
she was like, "I was legit scared." Like, I was scared, and I was like, "Fucking hell.
Yeah,
I've got this food, it's
it's certain.
dark, there could be people, sure. There could be animals,
Yeah,
but there could also be whatever the fuck this is that's around. I don't know what this is."
right. There's certain places it just overload. I think, and you have so many variables. Like, okay, is somebody going to jump out, or is somebody just going to follow me and wait? And just follow me enough to wait till I get back to my place, so they can do whatever there, as opposed to out in the open where anybody and everybody can come around and stop it. But yeah, this study, I was, like I said, reading the article to get the numbers, but it was down on nearly 600 people. Um, and it turned out 56% of the participants were women and 44% were men, uh, male, female, whatever. And they had them look at 16 images, and they used a heat map tool to map where they were looking. It's it's kind of interesting to me, how the division takes place because of the test subjects. Well, I'm one that looks everywhere. I
Me too.
I don't know. I am not of the 44%. I look everywhere, especially if it's a place that I've never been. I'm
Yes.
just sort of like, okay, what's that over there? Oh, is that a little nook? Okay, what's down that nook? Oh, okay. Uh-huh. Okay, what's over here? Oh, okay. Mm-mm. Okay, wait. This person coming right here, they're looking down, but they're looking down so they can know that, like, I'm
But you're
I'm
hyper vigilant as far as your awareness
yeah,
goes
it's
because of your training.
and it's almost one of those things where it's like it could be a benefit or it could be your hyper vigilance and your hyper awareness m- makes narratives in your head. So a lot of times I have to be more
Well, what do you
okay.
expect? You're a fucking ninja.
It's like, okay, wait, don't make that person an attacker before they, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'll say, oh, what? Okay, okay, I see you, old lady, but you're not
I will
really
whip
an
that
old
ass, you know
lady.
what I'm
That that is a backpack. That is a kidnap bag. That's not a hump in your back. It's like, no,
saying? That
don't come up with
luggage.
these stories. Yeah, don't come up with these stories. Like, that's not. I'm gonna kick this person in the head right now. I know that's not an old lady. No, just let that old lady be. She is an old. It's like sometimes it's like that where you like, okay, I'm aware, but I need to process the information that I'm aware of and not make my own justification of doing something to that person because I feel like they are this or that. Like the term is typically attack the attacker, which sounds like a great thing, but you have to know that person is an attacker to attack the attacker. Otherwise, you're just attacking a random person. Stop. You are the attacker.
Right. You
Don't-
you're not the victim.
yeah, right. Don't try and dress it up anyway. You just punch this person for no damn reason. Just admit to that. But yeah, it's a very interesting thing um, when you hear about people that are looking out, take look for look around, be aware of your surroundings, that kind of thing. But then when you see something like this study with a little shy of 600 people, you kind of get a visualization of just how much people look around. And then when you break it down to gender, it's like, okay, I honestly don't know how much relates to gender as much as it does to the experience. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like if someone's never been attacked, then they don't have that, like, they don't have that always in their head to, that never again always in their head kind of thing, to where they're gonna, if they're in a situation, they're hyper aware now,
Right.
especially if it's not in their immediate comfort zone, i.e., they're wherever they live. Like anything outside of wherever they live, they're on. They're on. They are no. I'm walking and I'm looking cool, but one hand is on my mace and the other hand is on my taser. That kind of thing.
Right.
It's I think though what makes it a little bit more interesting with this heat map is the intensity of,
Hmm.
because they, when you look at the maps, they're kind of hitting the same spots, but the heat intensity, how long they're staring in these spots are clearly different in regards to male and female.
Right.
Yeah, the the, the males are more close grouping,
Hmm.
if that makes sense.
And
I mean,
direct.
especially if you're talking about like um, gun usage is a close grouping of their heat signatures, of like they're scanning this that, whereas the females are more shotgun. And and
They're
also
more birdshot.
would be, yeah, more birdshot. Yeah, sorry, more birdshot shotgun and not slug shotgun. You're right. But was
I'd like to
also
say
what
that
I'm
the
also
lesbian
wondering.
pointed that one out.
Right.
Carry on.
Butchcraft, uh, tactical home design, butch and other
As
butchcraft.
I'm looking at security vault doors.
Right. But the other thing that I'm wondering about the other thing that I'm wondering about this is how distance is applied. And I'm wondering about, like, when I'm looking at the male, um, like I'm applying myself to these readings and looking at how it makes sense to me. Whereas I think I would be doing the same thing as both readings. I'd be interested in seeing where my heat pattern sticks too, because when I'm looking at the male, it is more in the center, but I'm trying to understand what you can't see with these heat patterns is distance, because I'm not trying to be like the f- the mapping of the female, because that's too late for me. If you're out to these sides like that, you're too close. That's too late. I'm scanning further ahead to give myself more awareness time. Okay, I see that person up ahead. I don't want to see them when they're, you know, out in the bushes. I'm scanning outwardly, but also checking more what's up ahead, what's coming at me. Let me check my footing in the stairs. Does that make sense?
Right.
So heat map wise, it would be more center, but at the same time, I'm looking further ahead to make sure I'm checking out. what's this person coming towards me all about? So I'm wondering how much of that plays in to the heat mask because of a flat picture you can't tell, you can't gauge distance
Right.
too well. But either way, it is a it is a very interesting thing, and unfortunately relevant, especially when
Right.
you take into consideration, the Violence Journal, Violence and Gender Journal that it was in, and then also how it relates with college students, um, BYU grads, undergrads, and whatnot. How there's like, okay, we wanted to do this because we can end up seeing how this relates with college students. But for me, it's man, I just don't trust people enough to even be comfortable in usual spots that I'm in,
Mm-hmm.
to be, to just be guard down, so to speak. Yeah, it's a very interesting. It's
It was
it's very
interesting.
interesting to me. Yeah, it's very interesting, sad, and unfortunate at the same time because it's like, ugh, people have to be in that mindset. You just can't go walking at night, even in the neighborhood. You can't
Yeah.
because there's opportunists. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just what it is. It's just what it is. There's opportunists in some way or another. I'm not saying like they're out there all the time, nor that every neighborhood is just like that. But you just have to be mindful, safe, and you know, eyes up and
Vigilant.
open is the one way of doing it. Yeah, eyes up and open is one way of doing it.
Well, you know, us women, we don't like to let nothing go. So we gotta catch it all.
Yeah, you got to catch it all. You got to catch it all. I think that if you're in an area, if you're out in an area and you don't get the fuck off your phone, get the fuck off your phone. And I mean, if
Dude.
you're in an area
Oh
where
my
you're
God.
just not aware of where you are, especially don't be on it because
It's a
not
distraction.
unless it's giving you, yeah, not unless it's giving you directions.
Or
But
wants to
if
be
it's
on the
giving
phone
you,
with you just for safety purposes alone. Don't have a targeted
yeah,
conversation. You literally need to be
right,
walking through everything. There's a truck right there. It's green. Okay, I'm walking down
yeah,
here. There's a mailbox. There's two dogs behind a chain link. I mean,
yeah,
you sadly you do, and it's something that women need to be aware of, but women
hmm
also need to let everyone in their presence know that they are vigilant. They are looking out. They are trying to be safe.
yeah,
So, because a lot of shit can go wrong really quick, and
hmm
um, you know, it's that sucks.
yeah, it does, and the suck that comes from it has lasting effects. It really does. Unfortunately, it has lasting effects. Even if I mean, you could not survive it, um, and that has lasting ripple effects on the people that know you and are surviving without you. So it's just a means of where being more aware, being more eyes up and open in any capacity can help diminish some of those things. So we hope um, we hope people start applying that day or night. I mean,
Yeah,
these
especially in
photos are,
today's volatile
yeah,
times.
yeah, yeah. These photos are shown at night shots, but even during the
Mhm.
day or night, it's opportunity. Like I said, opportunists are opportunists. The opportunities aren't solely at night. you know
Right.
the opportunities can be during the day as well, and there's a false sense of safety that because it's during the day, but that doesn't make it, so. But yeah, hey everyone, it's the dude from the Dinosaur the Dude podcast. Just saying thanks to everyone around the world that's been listening to us from the beginning to now and onward into the future. We really appreciate everything that you've done just by listening alone. We're on social media all over the place, and we're also putting stuff up on YouTube, so check that out. We'd love to get everyone as involved, following, listening, sharing, liking, because something that we're saying, we feel really deeply that something that we're saying is going to help someone or lighten their load or make them feel a little bit better and give them a laugh that they probably needed for that day. So thanks again to everybody out there, and we look forward to doing more episodes for you. All right, happy note. You're talking about going somewhere to do something.
Yes. So we've been
So,
thinking.
but wait. Oh well, fuck it. Who cares about the law? Please continue.
Look, I
So we've
don't
been
know if
thinking.
this is where my spiritual journey is leading me, not my legal journey. I don't know where that's leading.
Right, right,
But my
right, right.
spiritual
No,
journey,
nobody knows. Yeah, nobody's really identified us, so who the fuck cares? And again, this is all for entertainment anyway, so
that's true.
fucking fuck off.
I
Go
I
ahead,
had a
proceed.
dream that what happened was
Yeah,
that we went
cool.
to
Oh, okay. I thought you
Costa
were doing some
Rica.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Come
thing.
on. I respect him, but I can't pull it off. I mean, I can't do that justice. I just can't.
It's just so God damn it. I respect him, but come on.
I mean, you know,
Oh, no, fuck it, it's February. I don't give a shit. I can't
I
pull it
give a
off.
fuck.
So anyway,
Um, we are. I want to go to Costa Rica
okay,
and meet with a shaman at a resort
okay,
and do ayahuasca tea.
yeah, a tea. You got to be bougie,
Hmm.
but a
Oh
tea,
yeah, I can't smoke
a tea.
anything.
Not any of the heavy shit. Give it
You
to
know, a
me
lot
in
of
a
times they
tea.
burn it, but why put those
Thank,
carcinogens in my lungs? I don't need that right
give
now.
give it to me in a tea. Okay, crushed ice, please. Crushed
A
ice,
little bit of milk.
and a
Thank
straw.
you. Fresh coconut milk, please.
Oh, coconut milk. Okay, I was gonna ask if it was gonna be goat. Okay,
No, hell
coconut milk.
no. I can't do
I
goat.
don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to squeeze into your. I'm trying to slide into your dreams. Shit.
Okay.
Okay, so
Do
you're
you
gonna
do
do
goat
some
milk?
tea, huh?
Do you drink goat milk?
Not that I know of, no. But who the fuck knows what milk we're drinking now?
Oh,
Shit.
I drink almond milk because I milk them nuts myself.
Mm.
Yikes.
Oh shit.
I have a machine and it makes almond milk for me.
Yeah, you do. Of course you have a machine to milk the nuts. Of course you have a machine to milk the nuts. Of course. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Who wants to do
Witchcraft.
it by hand? Who wants to do it by hand? Milk the nuts by hand. That's so
Yeah.
juvenile. Get a machine. Get a machine.
I've also done
Put the nuts
pecans
in.
and cashews.
Oh, look at you. All the nut juice.
Oh my
So
God.
so anyway, you're gonna go to Costa Rica and get with a shaman.
Yeah, I
The
think that's
shaman's
going to
gonna
be
rock
next
up
year
there.
because
The
it's a big
shaman's
trip.
gonna rock up. You're gonna rock up and say, "Hey, I got some ayahuasca." That's like,
I love
is
Costa
that the
Rica. Love Costa Rica.
is that so you get okay? So it's not your first trip to Costa Rica. You're like, okay, I love Costa
Love
Rica.
it.
You're going, but this would be your first time getting with a shaman, though, right?
Hmm.
Okay, and so you're like, look,
Oh, I'm going to
I've
be like,
been.
because we're going with a group
Oh
of our
man,
friends.
so you're gonna go and so like the whole group's gonna do
Yeah,
ayahuasca?
maybe. So Laura's considering.
You're like, maybe they will, but I know for sure I
I
am.
am. Yeah.
So,
Well, Laura's like, oh, well, maybe I just need like a little tiny dose. And then our other friend was saying the same thing. They're like super cautious. And I'm like, no, man, fucking let it rip. If you don't finish yours, I'll finish yours for you. Come on. Let's strap it in.
you were like,
Let's fucking
give me a
go. Put
sip.
a
Okay.
helmet on me and let me get it.
I just want
Or
to
like,
get
I'm
a
gonna
sip
fucking
just to taste.
transcend.
I just want to taste the flavor. Does it have flavor? Let me just see. A little bitter. No, I'm good. Meanwhile, you are like, okay,
I'm like, can we do this via IV?
I'm riding the Leviathan in the air, not the ocean, bitches. Yeah. So that's what I was wondering. Like, that's what I was wondering. Like, if you're going with a group, have you all like decided, okay, for lack of a better term, you two are the chaperones. You two are to make sure that I don't
I
leave the
too ain't
room
nothing.
naked.
No, I can't be.
You know what I'm saying? Does anybody like saying, "Hey, I'm gonna keep y'all safe, and the rest of y'all can get fucked up"? Because I really didn't want to do it, but I do want to come, and I'll just be the one that that I'm the
Are you
spokesman of the group. I'll
volunteering?
talk
Because we
to.
appreciate it.
Oh fuck yeah, next year? Yeah,
Let's
sure. Why the
go.
fuck not? Let's go. Yeah, I don't know how many outings and trips I've been on where that has been me. Like, okay, I'm the spokesman of the
I know
group
it's
since I
because you're
don't
a
do
protector.
anything. I don't do anything, and I'll make sure that as long as y'all do what the fuck I tell you,
Right.
don't
But
argue
like
with
they've
me.
got it's not just like a dude like in the woods and he's gonna give you this stuff. This is like an actual resort, like a
Yeah, that's what I'm digesting here. It's like, okay, so the resort, I was going to ask you that.
and
It's
they've
like,
got
so the
guides
resort,
that stay with you and make for sure they trip sit you. And
oh, okay, so you don't have to. They have the chaperones, so to speak.
mhm.
But what the fuck? So wait, this resort,
No, there's a lot
let
of
me,
them. A lot.
this resort has a, part of their amenities is we have a shaman that will come
No, that's the
and
purpose. It's an ayahuasca retreat. That's the only
God
purpose.
damn it. So they don't even skate around it. They're like,
No, hell
look, the
no.
whole reason the whole reason this building was built is just to have a structure
Mhm.
for people to come in so they're not fucking doing cartwheels in the rain outside. They're inside tripping their balls and ovaries off on ayahuasca.
Yeah,
And
and
we
it's in the
got
blue
we
zone. You know what that is, right?
we yeah,
One of
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
healthiest
We got
zones in the world. They're called blue zones.
we we got these shamans already lined up. And they're just gonna bring in their ayahuasca and say, "How do you want it? You want it in tea? You want me to just dab it on you? What the fuck do you want? You want to smoke it? Cool. All possible in this resort. That's amazing.
Mhm.
Wow. So you go there and okay, so let me back up. Have you ever uh have you ever experienced ayahuasca?
Not ayahuasca, no, but I have experienced psychedelics.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I think we covered that
Acid
once,
and
but
mushrooms. I did acid once, I'll
acid and
never
mushroom.
fucking do that was a terrible idea. God, it was terrible.
I've I've heard that
It was god
before
awful. I would never do
from
that.
people.
But that set me up for
It's
success,
always
right? Because now I won't touch, like, cocaine, meth, fentanyl, none of that, like, n no.
yeah,
If it comes from this
there's some
earth
people.
and people
Mhm,
have proven that it's safe,
mhm,
like, not what the
mhm.
government tells you,
Right,
but, like,
yeah.
if people
Then you're good for it.
from
Then
the
you give it a go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah, you'll give it a go if it came from the earth. I've heard that from some people before. It was like, okay, no judgment. What have you done? And it was like, oh, I've done this, I've done that, I've done cocaine, I've done meth, I've done acid. I don't like acid. Didn't care for meth either.
Oh god, I can't
Cocaine was
imagine.
cocaine was He's like, but I like this and I like this. Okay, shrooms and weed, but ayahuasca. Wow, I I heard it's a massive trip
Yeah, I mean,
in
it
in,
can
com-
be a
in comparison
spiritual
to other things.
journey, it can be
Yeah,
getting rid of childhood traumas, it could
right.
be, um, you know, processing grief. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
right.
lot because it just and it's not it usually doesn't take people to a dark place.
Right, but it's not a channel that you can flip to. It's just whatever happens, whatever you experience is whatever you experience, and you probably can go in waves and experience one thing and then go into another thing and then go into another thing. Who knows? I don't fucking know. Are you? going to, I swear I'm not trying to milk it into being one. I'm just asking generally. Are you going to record yourself?
I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can.
True. Good point.
And I
Good
don't know
point.
if I don't want that recorded.
You don't want that. You don't
No,
want that
I think that it's so
vulnerable.
spiritual for
Uh,
me that
yeah.
I don't need to know. I don't need to look back on it. Like if I'm supposed to
Hmm.
remember it, I will. So,
Hmm.
I mean, if I did it all the time, sure, fine. Would
Yeah.
make a diary out of it. I don't care.
Hmm.
But if it's just, if it's just me in the spirit, then I want it to just be me in the spirit. And I do think
Yeah.
that that's possible,
You do think it's possible what?
that you'll connect with the spirit.
You know, I've I think for me, I've just heard so many different things about it, and it's different things because each and every experience is that person's experience. I don't think that there's like you do ayahuasca or you, for that matter, you do shrooms or any psychedelic, DMT, whatever, and you're going to experience this same tried and true experience for everybody, everybody, everybody. I think, like you said, there's so much baggage, there's so much uh, experiences. I guess like a scratch baggage, but experience and baggage, pretty much the same thing. There's so many experiences that somebody has had themselves that is what you deal with. That is what you know of existence. You can't really bleed over into somebody else's because you haven't experienced that.
Right.
So you're going to deal with those different aspects of your life. Um, I think that would be front and center for you to experience one way or another. Hopefully, you enjoy it or get in I don't know necessarily enjoy in the overall experience, but what you come out of from that experience, there's some benefit that you can genuinely enjoy that you went about um, you know the journey with ayahuasca. I love to know about it, even if it's something that we don't do an episode on or talk about on pod. I'd love to know about it off pod just to live vicariously through your experience. I
Sure.
don't know if that's something I would ever do though.
Yeah. And we had one of our friends was like that, is like that too. And she still doesn't know if she'll do it. She said, I'm not going to know
Hmm.
if I'll do it until, um,
Hmm.
I fucking, until sorry, hold on, where'd it go? Until I actually get there. I may get there and be like, I'm
Right,
not feeling it. And if not, then that's fine.
right,
She's like, it's not a wasted trip. Costa Rica's fucking
right,
beautiful, gorgeous.
right, right. There's a lot of other things you can do. It's not like the only reason that this place exists is because of ayahuasca. But at the same time, I can't say I'm not interested in it. I can't say that I wouldn't. It's not something it's not at this moment talking to you about it now. It's not something I would do. And there's been plenty of things that I've said that about certain things that I do now, but or I want to do now. Um, but for some reason, there's something about psychedelics that does have some sort of intriguing aspect to me, more so than like meth and
Sure.
heroin and this
Right.
and the
Well,
such.
you're
Like you
very
were,
much a theater of the mind kind of guy. And this is like your ultimate theater.
well, right, but I mean, but to the point that you were making earlier about it being the more the more natural something is, the more I'm inclined as well to engage with it, so to speak, as opposed to if I know that this is made with the tops of match heads and kerosene in a tub somewhere. No, I'm not really trying to get down with something that's like a kitchen cook making crack cocaine.
Oh,
I
right.
don't need that in my life. You know what I'm saying? But if it's
Mhm.
like this is something that is a natural existing thing that keys into elements of all that's already in your body, just makes them hyper attuned, then that's a little bit more, no pun, digestible to me than something to the level of where I know this was cooked up in somebody's kitchen and it's super fucking highly addictive and it's going to ruin your
Right.
life. You know what I'm saying? It's so many tales of woe with some drugs, and in others is tales of this is an experience that on the other side of it does something to your life. You start to see a lot of people like, oh, I want to be more like this person, or more like that person, or more like this person, or I want to be like Steve Jobs or anything. And then you look at it and they all have the like, yeah, once I did psychedelics, that's when everything switched. That's when I started doing this and being this and doing what people now see of me and want to be of, in that vein of what I am now.
Mhm.
It all clicked and switched and psychedelic. Even what's his name talks about that.
Rogan.
Well, Rogan does, yeah. He's talked about that, but I mean Sean Ryan, he's talked about that. Like he was a certain way. He did psychedelics, and it was like, yo, what the fuck? Like he talks about how he stopped drinking after doing psychedelics. Just done.
Yeah.
So it's a
It
it's
has
that
its
kind of thing
uses,
when
I mean, and
yeah,
microdosing is a thing, and it's becoming more and more popular.
right.
So, but to do it here in the DFW area with a licensed person that does microdosing,
Hmm.
it's
Hmm.
it's hella expensive. And if I'm gonna spend that
Yeah, I bet.
much, dude, let me just take
You
a
might
week
as well make a good
vacation.
trip out of it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, make that a good ass trip with your friends.
Mhm.
Shit. Let's see, it costs this much here, or it costs nowhere near that. And I'm also in Costa Rica.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
for Laura and I,
Let me
we can
see.
get a private cabin with a king size bed, 7 nights, or I mean 6 nights, 7 days, 3 ceremonies for 5,000.
Wait, what's the ceremony? You talking about the ayahuasca is a
Mhm. Yeah,
ceremony?
it's a whole thing. Like
So wait,
you have to be blessed.
7
You've got to meditate. You got to do all the shit. Like
oh,
this is work you're putting into yourself.
7 nights,
No, 6
king
nights,
size bed,
king size
6 nights, king size bed, 3
meals.
ceremonies, meals, and a partridge in a pear
Hmm.
tree for 5,000. Wow.
Not bad. Okay.
No, I mean, no. I mean, no. Like you said, and even if it's a thing where it's like, you know what? That trip was shitty, but this time we spent in Costa
Right. It's
Rica
fucking
was,
gorgeous. Try to have a bad day
yeah,
in Costa Rica. I fucking dare you.
was amazing. Well, don't go doing hurricane season, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Well, cool. I'm looking forward to the stories to be told from that,
Yeah, it'll
if
be
there
good.
are any to be told.
Maybe.
Whatever you want to. Well, I'm just saying,
I mean, if I end up
whatever you want to, you know, expound upon in a tale. If you just want to leave it at, hey, went to Costa Rica, it was great, amazing. You guys should try it and leave it at that. Cool. I know that there are things that can't be said. It had to stay in Costa Rica. It cannot be said
right, like
here.
we don't talk about that. No, no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Right.
No, no.
Yeah. We went to a goat
Yeah,
race.
you
We
ain't gotta
made
be a
it
dick about it.
ourselves.
I'm just saying, mind your
Yeah.
business.
Right. Right. Well, cool.
Yeah, good stuff.
Um, I think it was good, and I think this is a good
Good episode.
episode. So,
Damn.
everybody, thanks for joining us. We had a great time.
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, yeah, just talking about resort and everything. You want to just be just get chill. Hey.
Yep.
Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed it. We talked about a lot of shit. Hope some of you all enjoyed at least one of those things. And if you didn't, don't worry. We got other episodes. Just scroll down and listen to one of the other episodes,
Yeah.
and there's going to be something on there that you will enjoy.
Send me a message and
If
let me know
not,
what your favorite episode is.
yeah.
Because I
And
need
if
to
you
know.
don't
I
like
don't
our
I'm
episodes,
not getting as much like emails as I want.
yeah. If you don't like our episodes, then let us know you don't like our episodes, and
And
we'll just tell you what
we'll
clearly.
bid you adieu.
Yeah, well, clearly you don't have good taste, and you
And
need to
you're a
go
terrible
somewhere
person.
else.
So no, I'm just playing.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You beat up your stuffed animal when you were a kid. So hey, thanks again for listening, everybody. I think last episode did the roll call for all the places that have been listening to us. We really appreciate everyone over there in all those countries and cities and states and principalities and whatnot. Thank you again for listening to us. Don't forget, you can find us on social media and all that shit. But if you just want to go to one place where you can get it all, the episodes, the merch, the social media, and all the other shit that we decide, hey, that's the internet worthy. You can go to TheDinosaur&TheDude.com, click all those keys to spell all that shit out, and then the website comes up, and it's amazing. It's probably the most amazing thing you'll see on the internet.
Our website is the
It,
most exciting thing that you will see on our website.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's a guarantee.
It, yeah, it's probably the best Dinosaur and the Dude
I
website.
feel confident.
Yeah, yeah, you feel confident too. But thanks again. If this is your first time, don't forget she's the
That's
dinosaur
me.
and I'm the fucking dude. And for all the girls and guys and
Dudes and
ladies
dudettes,
and gentlemen and dudes and dudettes, the 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 lady boys and the boy ladies,
the mother
the gigolos,
there you go.
gigahos, and
The mother
the
truckers,
motherfuckers and the
motherfuckers, and
fatherfuckers.
fatherfuckers. I said mother
Yeah,
truckers.
yeah, you did. You're good at that. Um, you all don't forget, love yourself
Oh,
because
really
we love
hard.
you.
Fucking hell.
And yep, love it
Get it.
hard. Love yourself really
Get
hard.
it. You know what I mean? Like get it.
Yeah,
Okay. I think they feel me.
I think they do.
Ooh, that's something
All
on
right,
you.
ladies.
Okay. I love
Thanks.
you.
I love you. Love you too.
I'll
All
talk to you
right.
later.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.